Between the Wall Street crash in October 1929 and January 1933, Nazi popularity skyrocketed, and on the 30th of January 1933, President Hindenburg made Hitler Chancellor. But this didn't happen by chance. So here are all the factors that led to Hitler being made one of the most powerful men in Germany. The Weimar government did little to help conditions following the Wall Street crash, and people started to turn to extremist parties like the Nazis and Communists in search of strong leadership. By 1930, the Nazis had 107 Reichstag seats and 300,000 members. The Nazi propaganda campaigns were often funded by businessmen who didn't want the Communists in power. Hence, the Nazis did well in elections. Hitler had enormous appeal to the people of Germany, and no other party could match him. His speeches were strong, his personality captivating, and propaganda appeared to make him out like Superman. People thought Hitler really was the man to save Germany. The Nazis tried to ensure they appealed to all sectors of society, including the middle class, farmers and the unemployed. The Nazis wanted to restore the profits of small businesses, and the value of savings. They also promised to end the communist threat, which was particularly appealing to middle-class businessmen. The Nazis promised farmers higher prices for their produce. This was appealing as they remained poor even when Stresemann brought in the Dawes Plan, and it would also help make up for their losses during the Depression. In January 1933, when Hitler was made Chancellor, there were over 6 million unemployed in Germany. Hitler promised them jobs, building public buildings such as schools and hospitals and motorways. As the head of propaganda, Goebbels used powerful methods to get the support of the German people. And the Nazi Party spent huge amounts of money on newspaper, leaflet and poster campaigns, repeating simple slogans such as "work means bread," over and over again to get the Nazi message across. The SA were also a useful propaganda tool. Not only would they stir up violence during election meetings, so they could be seen crushing the communist threat, but they also started to terrorise opponents and intimidate people into voting Nazi. There are even records of them standing over people's shoulders on election days to ensure they voted Nazi. Hindenburg was re-elected as president in April 1932, but he couldn't find a chancellor with the support of the Reichstag. Despite the Nazis winning 230 seats in the July 1932 elections, Hindenburg appointed von Papen as Chancellor as he didn't trust Hitler. The Nazis won 196 seats in the November 1932 election, but von Schleicher was made Chancellor. He deliberately asked Strasser, another Nazi, to be Vice-Chancellor, but Hitler stopped him accepting. By January 1933, Hindenburg gave in and appointed Hitler as Chancellor. With von Papen as Vice-Chancellor. They thought they could control his extremist demands and use the Nazis to control the Communists. By now, Hitler had the support of the majority of German people, and the Nazis were a force to be reckoned with. Hindenburg and von Papen thought they could control Hitler, but little did they know that just 18 months later he would be the unrivalled dictator of Germany.